you ever really met anyone who went mountain biking and didn't like it? Yeah.
Historically, the mountain bike World Cups have been mostly hosted in Europe. It's due to the fact that most of the team, riders and the UCI headquarters are located in Europe.
So naturally, when they announced the calendar last year, I wondered,
do they even ride mountain bikes in South Korea? So I decided to go and figure it out and see what the scene is like in South Korea, a country that will be hosting one of the biggest mountain bike events of the year and that we know absolutely nothing about. Oh man, what is stitch up? How am I supposed to ride a bike that doesn't have 1500 watts of battery power? Like literally impossible, no one's ever ridden. After a bit of research, I figured out that the highest mountain in South Korea was 2,000 meters. They've hosted the Winter Olympics before, which means there is definitely the elevation for mountain biking and a mountain bike World Cup. I was really intrigued by the choice of this new venue. South Korea isn't really known for its mountain biking or mountain bike athletes. However, they've invested heavily in cycling infrastructure over the last few decades and created a wide array of bike paths like the one I'm standing on right now, to the point where you can actually cross the country north to south using one single long bike path, all 400 miles worth of it. So how does a country that seems to regard cycling and cycling infrastructure as essential, has high elevation mountains, has a large population of 51 million people, yet has to produce mountain bike champions? Well, I set to figure out why by interviewing industry experts, local riders, racers, and more. But because nothing beats local knowledge, and I actually needed a bike that works, I recruited 6 local South Korean YouTuber, one of the only and probably biggest South Korean YouTuber that has helped grow that scene over the years. We're going to ask him a few questions about what mountain biking in South Korea really looks like.
I met 6 in one of the closest riding spots to Seoul, where riders train, dig, and hang out, including some of the fastest Korean downhill riders.
How big is mountain bike in Korea? To be honest with you, mountain bike scene in Korea is misery. First of all, local government consider mountain bike is dangerous. Local government restrict local park or trails a lot. Mountain bikers are thought potential hazard for hikers. Hikers first, mountain biker is second. If mountain bikers build the trail, then hikers come in and the hikers say, how come mountain bikers ride this trail? The safety is really important in Korea.
한국은 라이더 단체끼리의 협력이 타 국가 대비 잘 안 되는 편이고, 왜냐면은 한국에서는 이런 익스트림 스포츠에 대한 시선이 솔직히 좋지도 않을 뿐더러 약간 안전을 그 어떤 것보다 최우선을 하려 하지만 그런 정도가 너무 지나쳐서 상당히 보수적이라고 생각되기 때문이에요.
What I've learned riding with those lads is that what they are lacking in infrastructure, they are making up for in talent.
So this place is very cool because it looks exactly like the place I learned to ride in Paris. Local woods near a big city, not much elevation, dodgy jumps built with shovels and illegally for most of the time. It is kind of sick to see that the struggles and joys of mountain bikers across the world are literally the same, even though we are a world apart. What I understand is that the South Korean government isn't too fond of extreme sports because of the potential health risks, meaning it slows down the development of infrastructure and of the sport.
It is interesting because South Korea seems to have plenty of publicly accessible sport equipment and has been known for being a very strong sporting nation, producing many gold-winning Olympians.
But for the country to host a mountain bike World Cup, there must be good infrastructure already in place. So I headed to Gocheong Mountain Bike Park, the most popular bike park in South Korea, I hear, to find out more. the reason we're going to Gocheng Mountain Bike Park instead of the Yongpyang Olympic venue where the World Cup is going to be held is that apparently it is a bigger bike park, better bike park, longer runs. This is the reason why most of the Seoul riders are heading there on the weekends versus the Olympic venue. So we're going to try to figure out, is it possible to progress in South Korea as a mountain bike rider, and is the actually purpose-built infrastructure up to speed with international standards?
한국 라이더가 더 높은 수준인 월드컵 수준까지 가려면 한국에 더 많은 수준 높은 코스와 그리고 수준 높은 훈련 프로그램이 있어야 하는 것 같아요. 그리고 제가 뉴질랜드에 가서 많이 느꼈는데 훈련 프로그램이나 코스에 대한 부분도 한국이 되게 수준이 많이 낮다는 걸 느꼈어요. 그래서 한국 라이더에 한계가 있는 것 같고, 한국 라이더가 더 발전하려면 많은 더 높은 수준의 트레일과 그리고 훈련 프로그램이 필요한 것 같아요.
I wasn't going to take one man's word for it, so we went and tested it out.
Yo! Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Yo! Oh! Oh! Drop it!
한국에는 솔직히 엄청나게 실력 수준이 높은 라이더는 없는 것 같아요. 저를 더 발전시키기 위한 라이더는 솔직히 외국인 라이더가 맞는 것 같아요. 저희가 사샤가 왔을 때도 많이 느꼈는데 사샤도 그렇고 월드컵 레이서랑도 타면서 많이 느끼고 그 사람들과 타면서 그냥 타기만 해도 더 성장한다는 걸 느꼈어요. 그래서 저도 지금 한국에서는 코칭을 하고 있지만 지금의 아이들의 수준이 지금 현재 청소년 라이더의 수준보다 미래에는 지금 이 아이들이 커서 청소년이 되면 훨씬 더 수준이 높아질 거라고 생각합니다.
자, 우선은 고창 MTB 파크 같은 경우는 국내에서 과거에 없었던, 그러니까 의도적인 기획을 가지고 다양한 난이도와 그리고 다양한 스케일의 코스를 만든 시발점이라고 이야기를 할 수 있겠고요. 그리고 오히려 이런 난이도 높은 코스들이 많은 라이더들의 성장에 많은 키포인트가 됐던 점을 상당히 의미 있게 생각할 수 있겠습니다. 라이더들이 그런 인프라가 오히려 문화를 발전시키는 그런 현재 시점에 와 있다고 생각합니다. 그리고 또 우리가 해외 나가서 경험했던 것들을 대한민국에 다시 들어와서 그런 경험을 토대로 해서 점차 지금 한국의 문화도 또는 환경도 조금씩 발전하고 있다고 생각을 합니다. 그리고 용평 MTB 파크 같은 경우에는 접근성, 그리고 뭐 상시 MTB 파크로서의 의미도 컸고, 그리고 언제든지 가서 탈 수 있는 대중적인 MTB 파크의 장을 여는 시점이 됐다고 저는 생각을 합니다.
So despite high elevation, good dirt and good access, there just isn't enough good hard trails. A shame really, because Gochang Mountain could be world class. Currently, the only way for Korean riders to truly progress is to head overseas and ride parks that allows them to sharpen their skills and ride with people better than them.
So I did wonder, how does the industry support itself considering how small the riding community is here? And how did they even manage to get a World Cup in the first place? Well, as they say, follow the money. So I went and had a chat with the head of marketing at Specialized Korea.
There are many reasons why mountain bike is still not growing. I would say one of the number one reason is the perception that Korean people have, that conservative perception people have towards that active, these kind of active outdoor sports. People see these sports as dangerous and they would not want to risk themselves in riding such a dangerous sports. After the war, a lot of the mountain has been all ruined. Over the past years, the focus was to rehabilitate the mountains, but now the main priority is how well we leverage this mountain is now the new phase that the government are looking at. after seeing the success with the Yongpyeong this year, there is a high potential that government will continuously invest in leveraging the various of activities that can be done in the mountain. And probably mountain biking would be one of them. A lot of the investment and focus right now has been on road, but with the great UCI, mountain bike World Series that we have in Korea, I think this will be the great momentum for us to invest a little more into this mountain category. And we wanted to kick that off with the event that we will have on this coming weekend in a Daewon Mall, where we host mountain bike. We wanted to show this coolness about this mountain bike in a shopping mall where people does not have high awareness for mountain bikes.
But wait, before we watch Specialized Gravity tear up a shopping mall, it is worth zooming out for a second. Because if mountain biking is really going to grow in South Korea, it won't happen just through flashy shows and big events. For a long time, this hasn't been the easiest place to get into mountain biking. There aren't that many places to ride, access can be tricky, and compared to road cycling, which has boomed due to huge bike path development, mountain biking is still way harder to get into. It's also had an image problem. For many people here, mountain biking is still seen as comfortable, casual kind of road riding for older people. It's not seen as cool, which is wild. But things are starting to shift. Korea is 60% mountains, and the government is starting to see the tourism potential. And unlike older generations who were pushed heavily towards education, new parents now give their kids space to go outside, try new things, and be active. So if the scene is going to grow, it's not going to be from the top. It'll be from giving young people places to ride, people to learn from, and a reason to think mountain biking is actually cool. And that is exactly what SIX is doing.
I started mountain bike 12 years ago. A few years ago, I was better than any of young riders, really. But now, young riders are way better than me. I feel kind of worse, which is I never overcome. When I start mountain bike, I started alone. I practiced alone. I searched information alone. But now they have strong relationship. They give motivation each other. Yeah. Mountain bike is not just bike. It needs information and need training. Very first beginner have no idea what to do. I own my YouTube channel. People decide to start mountain bike after watching my channel. A lot of people. I feel responsibility. I should help them. To settle this mountain bike scene, we need a lot of effort and struggle and hustle.
But mountain biking can mean a lot of things, and for the Swisside MTB crew living in those huge residential buildings, mountain biking is done on concrete.
좀 열악하다 보니까 더 길에 있는 그런 기물들을 사용해서 트릭을 하고 그러면서 그걸로 재미를 느끼게 되는 것 같습니다. 그래서 또 더트 점프만 타는 게 아니라 산악 자전거도 함께 타기 때문에 비슷한 이 다른 나라에서의 산악 자전거 문화와 크게 다를 거는 없다고 생각을 합니다. 그래도 이제 타는 라이딩 환경이 다를 뿐이지 저는 주로 도심에서 자전거를 타지만 그래도 산에서 자전거를 타는 친구들과 같은 세팅을 하고 같은 자전거로 타기 때문에 라이딩하는 스타일이 다를 뿐이지 그래도 같은 문화 속에 공존하고 있다고 생각합니다.
Have you ever really met anyone who went mountain biking and didn't like it? Yeah. Or just at least get on a bike and not like it, right? It's one of the best feelings you can have, right? And people need to be introduced to it. I'm hoping, once it's broadcast on local television, it's gonna create some interest because they do repeat broadcasts a lot here. The race scene almost died completely in the last 2 years, and once the World Cup was announced, all of a sudden the excitement just exploded. And we're seeing more money put into the bike parks too.
Wheeler Healy is a new wave bike park built by the younger generation and regarded as the most fun in the country.
세계적인 신세대 바이크 파크와 비교해서 아직 많은 부분이 부족하지만 우리는 노력하고 있고 발전을 해오고 있습니다. 그래서 비교적 빠른 시일 내에 세계적인 신세대 바이크 파크와 비등한 수준까지 올라가기 위해 우리는 노력할 것입니다.
현재까지는 정부에서 투자가 크게 증가하지는 않았습니다. 하지만 이번 월드컵이 성공적으로 마무리된다면 이후에는 차츰차츰 정부에서도 크게 투자가 증가할 것으로 예상하고 있습니다.
The World Cup is probably the best thing that could have happened for the youth scene here, and more kids are getting excited about it.
And some excitement there was the week before the World Cup when some of the world's best rocked up to one of Seoul's largest malls, which averaged 80,000 visitors on a Saturday.
지금까지 아시아에 없던 큰 행사기 때문에 그래도 그 행사가 끝나고 나면 대한민국에도 MTB 문화에 큰 변화가 일어날 것 같습니다.
저도 원래 월드컵을 좋아했지만 월드컵이 한국에서 열린다는 거에 엄청 놀랐고 많이 기대돼요. 사실상 보고 배우는 것도 엄청 많은데 보고 배우는 거 그리고 대화해보는 거 하면서 되게 많이 라이더의 수준을 높일 것 같아요.
Our scene is very small and we are bonded together. So we motivated together. We care about it.
자, 저 역시 MTB 트레일 빌더로서 언젠가는 대한민국에서 이런 메이저 이벤트를 유치하고 싶다는 간절한 소망이 있었습니다. 어메이징한 일이고요. 이런 계기를 통해서 대한민국의 향후 MTB는 충분히 더 발전할 수 있는 계기가 될 거라고 저는 확신을 합니다.
So despite average infrastructure, limited funding and cultural tendencies that have not helped mountain biking take off, South Korea is moving forward. It is still a small scene for sure, but one that is passionate, excited and full of hope for the future. And I'm sure that the World Cup in Pyongyang will bring a lot more investment and develop mountain biking in South Korea even more. And who knows, maybe in a couple of years we'll see a South Korean on top of one of the mountain bike World Cup podiums. Thanks for watching all the way through. This project was 100% self-funded, so if you're a brand that'd like to support my next project, please get in touch. And if you're just a good bloke that like what I'm doing, well, you can buy me a coffee by clicking the link down in the description, and you can also buy the sweet custom t-shirts I've made for the South Korean World Cup. But above all, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. It would help tremendously. On this note, it's time for me to head to Yongpyeong, so stay tuned for all the World Cup content I'll be putting out, including an episode of Average Rider versus World Cup Track with a special guest. All right, see ya.